how to turn your yearly income into your monthly income. I'm going to talk to you about a subject that literally changed the course of my life. It's a subject not many people understand, but those who do sure live a lot better than the ones who don't. You know, a Spanish distiller one time said, "To good, life's expensive." There's another way to live that doesn't cost as much, but it isn't any good. Well, a lot of what he said is true. Many years ago, a man gave me this book, Think and Grow Rich. I was flat broke. I had always been flat broke. I had never had any money. I was 26 years old. I had 2 months high school and no business experience. He said, "Bob, you read this. Do exactly what I tell you. You can have anything you want." Now, I really didn't believe that, but I believed he believed it. And I said, all I want is some money. I figured if I had enough money, all my problems would go away. See, I was earning $4,000 a year, but I was 6,000. If I had paid every cent I earned in 18 months, I would have just broken even. So I really didn't think I was going to be able to change that. Do you know, within a year, I was earning 15,000 a month. I went from 4,000 a year to 15,000 a month within a year. Now, I hadn't got that much smarter. You don't have to be very smart to earn money, but you do have to understand some basic rules. And that's what I want to talk to you about. You'll notice here where we put money up on the screen, there's a young lady there and myself. She is my business partner. And I'm gonna tell you, if I ever met anyone that understands money, this lady sure does. Sandy Gallagher is an absolutely brilliant woman. She was a securities attorney when I met her, had been in the banking business, in the law side of it, for 20 years. And she had done 100 billion, and she was one of the best bankers in business. Now I found that out by asking her. I said, "How much did you do?" She said, 100 billion. I thought, "You mean a 100 million?" She said, "No, 100 billion. Now, if you consider it, she was turning banks public. She was buying banks, selling banks, merging banks. So she was dealing in a lot of money all the time. And I thought, that's the kind of person I want to work with. Well, she is my business partner today, and has been for the past 10 years. She's absolutely brilliant when it comes to money. Well, that's what I'm going to talk to you about. I want you to think about it. You see, the truth is you can earn as much every month as you're presently earning in a year. We can show you how to turn your annual income into a monthly income. Now, that may sound like a gross exaggeration, but it is really not. It's the way it happens. Now, here's something that I read in this book. When I first started to study it, and I first started to earn some money, it was by Napoleon Hill, and it's called Big Money. Listen very carefully, because when this is done, I'm going to show you how you can execute this. Napoleon Hill said, "When money comes in quantities known as the big money, it flows to the one who accumulates it, as easily as water flows downhill." Now, he says, there exists a great stream of power, which can be compared to a river, except that one side flows in one direction, carrying all who get into that side of the stream, onward and upward to wealth, and the other side flows in the opposite direction, carrying all who are unfortunate enough to get into that side, and not able to extricate themselves from it, downward to misery and poverty. Now, he said, every person who has accumulated great fortune has recognized the existence of this stream of life. It consists of one's thinking process. The positive emotions of thought form the side of life. The positive emotions of thought form the side of life, which carries one down to poverty. Now, he said, this carries a thought of stupendous importance to the person who is following what we're talking about here, with the object of accumulating a fortune. If you are on the side of the stream of power, which leads to poverty, this may serve as an oar by which you may propel yourself to the other side of the stream. It can serve you only through application and use. Merely reading and passing judgment on it, either one way or another, will in no way benefit you. Now, he says, poverty and riches often change places. Poverty may, and generally does, voluntarily take the place of riches. But when riches take the place of poverty, that change is usually brought about through well-conceived and carefully executed plans. Poverty needs no plan. It needs no one to aid it because it is bold and ruthless. Riches are shy and timid. They have to be attracted. Now, of course, we talked about that in The Secret. You've got to attract it. Well, I think you're going to enjoy this. First of all, money has to be earned, and there is a law that governs this whole universe, everything operating in this universe. It operates by law. Well, Emerson wrote beautifully, Ralph Waldo Emerson, on the law of compensation. And the law of compensation is exact. The law of compensation clearly states the amount of money you earn will be an exact ratio to these 3 points. Number 1, the need for what you do. The need for what you do. Number 2, your ability to do it. And number 3, the difficulty there will be in replacing you. Now, think of that. Number 1, the need for what you do. Number 2, your ability to do it. And number 3, the difficulty there is in replacing you. Now, odds are pretty good. The need for what you do is already there. You don't have to do anything about that. Number 3 will be taken care of if you take care of number. You may want to think about this for a little while. I thought about it for a long while, and I realized it's pretty true. So, you see, you only have to focus on one of those 3 points, and that is number 2, your ability to do it. Whatever you're doing, you want to get better at it. Just keep working at getting better at what you're doing. And there isn't any competition. You're the only competition you're ever going to have. Master whatever you do. Master it. Now I want you to think of this. There are only 3 strategies for earning money. Just 3 strategies. Pay close attention. It's M1, M2, and M3. Now, before I start into them, here's something you want to burn into your mind. If you don't teach your children how to earn money, odds are pretty good they're not going. School does not teach us how to earn money. You can go all the way through school. You can go to Harvard, Oxford, Stanford. It won't matter. They do not teach you how to earn it. They'll teach you how to invest it. They'll teach you how to store it. They'll teach you how to count it. But they do not teach you how to earn it. Now there's 3 strategies. If you're going to teach your children, you teach them number 3. But let's start with number 1. Number 1 strategy is used by 96% of the population, and it won't work. It never has worked. This is where you trade your time for money. Bob Proctor often said, "Money is a servant, it's not your master." Money, like any other form of energy, responds to the thoughts and beliefs you hold about it. Whether you're looking to attract wealth, maintain it, or expand it, the principles you'll learn today will set you on the path to abundance. Let's get started. Part 1. Understanding money as energy. Bob Proctor believed that money is energy. It's a medium of exchange that flows to you in direct proportion to the value you provide to the world. Many of us have been conditioned to think of money as something scarce or difficult to attain, but this belief system often creates barriers to financial success. 1. Shifting your paradigm. A paradigm is a mental program that controls your habitual behavior. Most of us inherit paradigms about money from our parents, society, or culture. Common paradigms include, money doesn't grow on trees. You have to work hard for every dollar. These beliefs limit your ability to attract wealth. To create abundance, you must first identify and challenge these paradigms. Replace them with empowering beliefs like, money flows easily and frequently into my life. I am worthy of financial success. 2. the law of attraction and vibration. Proctor emphasized the law of vibration as the foundation of the law of attraction. Everything in the universe vibrates, including your thoughts. When you focus on abundance and prosperity, you emit vibrations that attract opportunities, ideas, and people aligned with wealth creation. To change your financial results, you must first change the vibration you're in, Bob often said. Start by visualizing yourself living a financially abundant life. Feel the emotions of gratitude and fulfillment as if you already have the money you desire. Part 2. Building a prosperity consciousness. To attract wealth, you must develop a prosperity consciousness. Bob Proctor outlined several steps to achieve this. 1. Set clear financial goals. Wealth doesn't happen by accident. It's a result of deliberate intent. Define what financial success means to you. Do you want to earn a specific amount each year? Are you looking to save for a house, travel, or start a business? Write your goals down in present tense as if they're already achieved. For example, I am so happy and grateful now that I earn $10,000 a month from multiple sources of income. 2. Reprogram your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind holds the key to your financial success. Bob Proctor often taught techniques to reprogram it, such as affirmations. Repeat positive statements about wealth daily. Visualization. Spend time each day imagining your ideal financial future. Gratitude. Be thankful for the money you have, even if it's not yet at the level you desire. Gratitude raises your vibration and attracts more to be grateful for. 3. Understand the flow of money. Money is meant to circulate. When you hoard it out of fear, you block its flow. Practice giving generously and investing in opportunities that align with your goals. Bob often quoted, "The more you give, the more you receive." Part 3. Overcoming financial fear and limiting beliefs. Fear is one of the biggest barriers to wealth. Fear of losing money, fear of failure, or even fear of success can paralyze you. Bob Proctor taught that fear is a product of ignorance. To wrap up, let's revisit some key takeaways. Money is energy, and your mindset determines how it flows into your life. Reprogram your subconscious mind to align with abundance. Replace fear with faith and take inspired action. As Bob Proctor often said, "You were born rich." Wealth is not just about the money in your bank account, but the limitless potential within you. Start applying these principles today and watch as your financial reality transforms. Thank you for your time and attention. Remember, the journey to financial abundance begins with a single thought. Make it a prosperous one. Wealth creation begins in the mind. Wealthy individuals think long-term, focusing on financial independence and legacy. They see money as a tool to create opportunities, not just as a resource for consumption. 2. Discipline and delayed gratification. Wealthy people prioritize saving and investing over immediate spending. They embrace financial literacy and seek to continuously expand their knowledge about money and markets. The core investment strategies of the rich. 1. Diverse asset allocation, stocks and equities, investing in high-growth stocks, dividend-yielding companies, and index funds. Real estate. Acquiring residential, commercial, or rental properties to generate steady cash flow and long-term appreciation. Private equity and venture capital. Funding startups or acquiring stakes in private businesses. 2. Focus on cash flow. The wealthy prioritize investments that generate passive income, like rental properties, royalties, and dividends. They aim to replace active income with passive streams to achieve financial freedom. 3. Risk management. Wealthy investors diversify to minimize risks, ensuring that one bad investment doesn't derail their portfolio. They purchase insurance for assets and maintain emergency funds to safeguard against unforeseen events. 4. Leveraging debt. Wisely rich individuals often use good debt to invest in appreciating assets. Examples include financing real estate purchases or leveraging business loans for expansion. 5. Tax optimization. They use legal strategies like trusts, tax-advantaged accounts, e.g., 401ks, IRAs, and charitable donations to reduce taxable income. Investing in areas with tax benefits, such as opportunity zones or municipal bonds, is also common. 6. Business investments. Starting, acquiring, or investing in businesses to build active and passive income sources. Wealthy people often reinvest profits into growth or new ventures. Habits and behaviors that build wealth. 5 minutes. 1. Living below their means. Many wealthy individuals maintain modest lifestyles despite their wealth. They prioritize investments over material consumption. 2. Networking and mentorship. Building relationships with other successful individuals and learning from their expertise. Networking often leads to exclusive investment opportunities. 3. Continuous learning, staying informed about market trends, economic changes, and new investment tools. Reading books, attending seminars, and following financial news are common practices. 4. Patience and consistency. Wealthy people understand that building wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. They avoid emotional decisions and stick to their long-term plans. How you can start building wealth. 5 minutes. 1. Adopt the wealthy mindset. Start by saving a portion of your income and investing consistently. Educate yourself about financial markets, investment vehicles, and personal finance. 2. Start small, think big. Even small, consistent investments in stocks or index funds can grow over time. Leverage compound interest by starting early. 3. Build multiple streams of income. Focus on creating active and passive income sources, such as freelancing, side hustles, or investments. Use extra income to fund your investments.